In this video, I'll be showcasing the JujutsuCraft Minecraft mod. I'll show you how the fighting works, how to progress and defeat curses, develop your technique, and even unlock your domain expansion. And at the end, I'll showcase a fight between Gojo and Sukuna. Once you spawn in, you immediately get a couple of items. You get the usual Jujutsu uniform, and you also get this insect which gives you unlimited hunger. And then you get an item, the curse technique changer, which you spawn in with, which allows you to choose the curse technique of any character you want. I'll be choosing Gojo, and now I have his abilities basically. In the bottom left corner, you can see the techniques you can use. For example, the standard technique, which everybody has. You have to use it by pressing Z, and then you perform a basic punch. If I spawn on a curse and use this ability, I will just punch it with normal cursed energy. You also have a knockback attack, which does what it basically implies. And you can change your curse technique by pressing R, and that's always the same button. You also have this barrage attack, which is just a flurry of punches. And then, like I said, every curse technique has its own abilities. So Gojo, for example, has blue. When you first use your technique, you only have the starting things. So you couldn't use red or hollow purple. And if you progress, I can show you real quick. You progress by killing cursed spirits. So if you kill this one, you get fame. This grade 3 curse gave me 5 fame. And the stronger the curse is, or the curse user, the more fame you get. And with this fame, you can level up and become stronger and gain more cursed energy. Every attack in JujutsuCraft takes cursed energy, or cursed power as it says there. Lapis Blue, for example, takes 200 curse power, and if I use all of my cursed energy, I basically just can't use any more abilities. And you can increase this cursed energy by just leveling up and becoming a better sorcerer. So I just showed you the basic attacks you can do, and it's very important to know that you can also block. So by pressing shift, you can guard, which basically negates any damage you take. When pressing shift, you have 1 second of perfect guard. So if an enemy hits you, you get no damage. If you press guard and an enemy attacks you, then you just take less damage and basically just block the attack a little bit. So first you start the game, then you unlock your technique, and then you basically gather fame by killing curses and upgrade your rank. So for example, you can see here to become a grade 1 sorcerer, you have to kill curses, get fame, and then once you exercise a grade 1 curse, you can then become a grade 1 sorcerer. And the same thing goes with special grade, and once you reach this level, there's basically no going further, because you've reached the maximum amount of cursed energy you can have. Acquiring cursed energy takes something special. You have to be close to death, so if you're playing survival, you just have to get low on health, and then you will unlock it. And to level this up, you just basically have to use it a lot. And that's the theme with a lot of things here. To unlock simple domain, you just have to use your cursed energy or cursed techniques a lot, and then you will just unlock it with time. And the same goes for domain expansion and Falling Blossom Motion. When you just use your simple domain a lot, you will at some point obtain your domain expansion. And yeah, there's progression for everything here. So things like a black flash happen randomly completely. So simple domain, for example, looks like this. Means you get this little circle around you, and if you're in a domain clash or in a domain, you will just not take damage for a little bit. And you use simple domain just by pressing G or setting your controls however you like. And reverse curse technique also works pretty simple. Once you've taken damage, you just press M, and then you heal that in exchange for using up your cursed energy. But when do curses spawn? Curses and curse users, as well as sorcerers, just spawn at night randomly. And this one kind of just randomly spawn, and once you kill it, you just get more experience. This curse spirit gave me 50 fame, and the grade 3 curse spirit only gave me 5. And you can also have spawn eggs for other things like the 10 Shadows technique, or Rika, or even things like Toji, which you can then, if you just want to have fun and creative and set up fights, you can also do that. With either the curses, special grade curses, Dagon, Jogo, and even just normal sorcerers. If I were to spawn a curse here, they would just fight it instantly. You can just see that they just naturally fight against each other, and yeah. They're like Panda, Inumaki, Gojo, Megami, and Itadori. And really important if you want to unlock cursed tools, there are also a bunch of them in this game. You usually have to take them from the sorcerers that spawn. So for example, Playful Cloud will be dropped by Toji, and the Inverted Spear of Heaven as well. And there are also a bunch of items you can find in structures or chests when you just play the game and kill certain mobs. And it just basically unlocks you certain things like the domain expansion, reverse curse technique, or you can also have just special cursed items like the cursed speech megaphone or just a special grade recommendation. So if you use this, you will just immediately become a special grade. And aside from this, there are also for every character outfits. So you can have these hairstyles basically, and every character has their own armor. So you can just basically look like them. And when you spawn in and use your curse technique changer, you will get the outfit of the character you're using. And another cool thing you may notice is some abilities can be charged up. Follow purple. If you press the button and keep it pressed, it will charge up. You can even see in the chat the incantations, and when you release it, it's just much more powerful. There are also certain structures like this graveyard or the detention center. This is where the finger bearers will spawn. And when you beat them, you get one of Sukuna's fingers. And if you're Itadori, you can eat them and then use Sukuna's powers for a little bit. So look out for structures like this to find special mobs. So just let me show you what happens when you eat one of these fingers. So if you're Itadori like I just chose, then you get these effects, you get an advancement, and you have the ability to kind of switch to Sukuna as well. So now I'm Sukuna and I can also use his techniques. For example, I can use Cleave, Dismantle, and even Domain Expansion. Oh. You need to hold this button and then you can open your domain. Then as soon as you want to disable it, you just have to press the button for a long time and then it will disable itself. I already showed this a little bit, but there are advancements for almost anything. So defeating certain curses, unlocking more techniques, and also defeating calling game players will grant you advancements, which you can check out in the menu. And one of the coolest interactions you can probably have is if you spawn Sukuna and spawn Gojo, you will spawn this special form and they will just start fighting like in the manga. Like he will start with his purple and then just go haywire. And this is, for example, what a domain clash would look like from the inside. And here it is from the outside. So you have Malevolent Shrine and Infinite Void just clashing against each other. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed my showcase of the JujutsuCraft mod. If I missed anything or you want to see more of this, make sure to leave me a comment down below. I'll have a link to this mod in the description of the video, and if I helped you, feel free to leave a like, and also subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future.